Hey everyone, Corey Swargas here with Slap News, and I have Amir joining me, the
Yo,
dark horse,
yo.
the white knight. How you doing, my man?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing real good, thank you. You kind of came out of obscurity, getting into the house. From what I know of you, I think you're definitely going to disrupt it a little bit. So how did you get involved in Power Slap?
So, my buddy Slap Jesus, me and him have been talking ever since he had started the Power Slap game. And he knew, so me and KO Chris have some MMA beef in the actual world going on in a couple years now. And long story short, they needed a last minute fill in spot
Mm-hmm.
filled. So, what's his name? Devin Swan broke his hand, or someone hit their hand on a jewel and broke their hand or whatever,
Yeah,
and that
Aaron
like fucked up
Provost.
the yeah fucked up
Yeah,
the whole show. So they needed a fill in spot at the last minute.
yeah.
So the producers have been talking to me, and I was gonna come out at the whole beginning of the show for the whole deal, and I had to work. We were working in like Idaho or something crazy, so I wasn't gonna be able to make it. And then all of a sudden something happened. Dude hurt his hand, and they said basically, to sum it all up, it was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and they can put me on the plane the next day. And I was like, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm coming. I'm there. So they flew me out to Vegas. I was there for a week and a day total, and then I stayed in the house for 2 nights.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So, what is your day job that you passed up the opportunity in the first place?
Uh, I'm a union concrete finisher. So I don't know if you know anything about that, but we like pour concrete for schools and stuff. And
Gotcha,
I don't know, the money is just almost too good to say no, if that makes sense.
gotcha.
And they give me like a pension, 401k, benefits, all that stuff. So trying to
Awesome.
take care of myself and like my life, you know what I'm saying?
Sure,
And
sure.
not gonna lie, when I first heard about the power slap stuff, I thought it was bullshit.
Hilarious, hilarious. But then the second opportunity came knocking and you took that chance. Do you regret it at all, or are you just happy as shit that you did it?
Dude, hell no. I wish I would have done it sooner, so I was there the whole time.
Awesome, awesome, man. So just break it back. So if you and KO Chris have had some real world beef in the MMA side, what weight was that at?
170 and 185.
Okay. Because then did you come up to light heavy then for the
So
actual
yeah,
show itself
and I was still weighing 180, 185. I think I weighed in at 189 with all of my clothes on for the fight,
for the
the slap
fight?
fight.
Crazy, crazy. What was it the most wild thing you've ever seen in terms of production and the amount of resources that they put towards it?
Yeah. Um, yeah, by any means. It was wild. You know, Dana White goes big,
Mm-hmm.
but he went huge on this stuff with the house and everything, the
Yeah,
cameras, everything was just so top shelf, high tier. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. The first time you met Dana White, how did that interaction go?
Dude, it was for the weigh-ins and for the face-off. I walked up and shook his hand, and
Mm-hmm.
my whole world just like froze for like 2 seconds, and I was just like looking at him, and it was just me and him for a second, and then I was just me and Vern. It was probably the craziest thing I'll ever experience in my life, dude.
Nice, man. That's great to hear. So you spent 2 nights in the house out of 8 days. I don't know how much you can talk about it, but did they put you up in a hotel or something afterwards?
Yeah, the hotel that I was staying in, they just had me go right back there, and I wasn't really in the best state of mind, you know what I'm saying? So they
Gotcha.
one of the producers or one of the guys, he stayed with me for a few hours, made sure I was cool. And
Yeah.
then the next morning they called and made sure I was okay, and then I hopped on the flight, came home.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. How hard was it going in kind of, mid filming, do you think? Like, was it a daunting thing to walk in? Like, were you accepted? Was there kind of people had their guard up from the get
It
go?
was kind of a mix of the two.
Yeah.
So I remember walking in the house right off the jump. I meet Dwayne, and he's sitting there playing chess with a couple of the guys. And then I remember Slap Jesus walks up to me, and me and him like big old hug, and we talk for a second, and then step outside of the porch. KO Chris comes out, and that's a whole fiasco. I'm not really allowed to talk about it. You'll see that on the show when I get there.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
there's a whole thing. It's like I'm there for 5 minutes, man, and there's already some shit popping off.
Crazy. Do you think they knew that beef beforehand and cast you for that reason, or
Oh yeah,
yeah,
most definitely. Because
yeah,
before I walked in the house, they told me I can't fight.
you can't fight? Oh, in the
Yeah, so
house.
why are you telling me that? And then I walk in, I'm in there for 3.5, 4 minutes. KO Chris comes out, starts pushing on me and getting in my face. And like me in the streets of Spokane, Washington, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I'll slap the shit out of you. And now like I'll really slap the shit out of you. But they told me I can't fight, can't do anything. So I wasn't gonna miss out on a paycheck. So I just sat there, let it all
Gotcha.
happen.
Okay, so you're from Spokane. Isn't Chris from like North Dakota or Montana or something? Is that how you guys kind of fought in the same promotion up in the Pacific Northwest?
I want to say he's from Nampa, Idaho, or something like that. So it's like a few hours
Okay.
away from my town.
Gotcha. Very cool. Let's talk about Vern a little bit. The first time you seen him, looks like a pretty mean motherfucker. What was your thoughts on that guy? And what was your thoughts when you found out that you were going to be, across the table from him?
Found out the night before. So the first day, basically had no fucking clue what was going on. Just
Yeah.
chilling. So basically just hanging out and stuff. And I'm talking to AJ and a couple of the guys in the basements when AJ was cutting weight. He was all telling me, he's like, dude, they're probably just gonna feed you to Vern right off the bat. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? I was like, what are you talking about, dude? And then he said it again, like they're probably gonna feed you to Vern and just, because that's the only matchup that they could think of because they had all the matchups like kind of figured out in their minds, and
Yeah.
everything was pretty accurate from what they said.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then fucking they said that I was gonna go against Vern 9 times out of 10, and then found out that that's who I was going against, and then I don't know. I didn't know anything about him, and then uh, word through the grapevine, he competes in the Highlander games and all this stuff, and I'm just like, fuck. Uh, I don't know what to expect, and then he wins the coin toss, and I'm like, dude, he's gonna slap my fucking chin to the moon, and then I was just like, basically just coming at peace with the world.
Yeah. Did you ever think about backing out or were you there no matter what?
Never. Fuck no. I
No?
came all the way there. I'm not just gonna. I gotta put Spokane on the map too. Like
Absolutely.
win or lose, I'm putting my town on the map.
Yeah.
I've never pulled out of anything in my life.
Awesome, man. Well, at least you keep that streak going. So
Yes, sir.
proud of you for doing that, man. Um, in terms of obviously you can't talk about what happened. We'll see what happens and it unfolds. Where do you go from here?
Say that again.
Where do you go from here? What's next?
So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but I can say that I'm not currently under contract for Power Slap.
Okay.
And another slap fighting league has hit me up and they want me to do a fight in a couple of weeks. So I'm thinking about pursuing that and I'm going to make slapping a career for myself.
Okay. Awesome, man. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Are you trying to bulk up or try to cut
No,
or
I think I'm gonna.
organization
I
going to
think I'm
give you a little
gonna.
better chance at your weight cap or?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick around at 170 or 185 if anything. I walk around naturally at 185, so feel like if I just build myself up, cut 5 pounds or so,
Yeah.
then I'll be sitting pretty decent.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. The average length of time that someone spends within slap is 1 to 3 fights. So
Right.
nice to see that you're still going to continue with it. It's definitely very early on. and being able to continue jump organizations, if that's what you see best for you, man. I'm glad that you're staying with it. You're not giving it up and going back to MMA or anything like that. So,
Right.
good for you, man. I'm glad to hear that. Are you gonna be around the March 11th event at all, either in spectator or anything at all?
They haven't talked to me about it yet. I was thinking that I might be in it, but we'll see. I would love to, obviously, but
cool. So you're not medically suspended or anything right now?
No, not anymore. I think I might still be actually, huh? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, hopefully get that cleared up if you'll be taking another fight in 4 weeks or so. So
yeah, no kidding.
Absolutely. It sounds like people might, kind of going forward here, if the shenanigans actually happen, is that who you are in real life, or would you like to explain to people, that may get a different interpretation of who you are based on how they cut the TV show?
Honestly, I'm really a good fella. Not gonna lie. Hardworking man, take care of my family, take care of my friends when they need it, Fucking, I could meet a random person, just fucking shoot him $100 if he needs help with anything or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm a good guy, but fucking Chris Thomas just knows how to push someone's buttons, and I just don't respect people like that.
Yeah.
And he's gonna get his from me someday, and when that day comes, I'm gonna put him under the octagon.
Yeah.
Under the slap arena, under the slap barrel, whatever the fuck it is. Chris Thomas is not going to walk the earth anymore when I'm done. I promise.
Awesome, man. So Chris Thomas is on blast. He's enemy number one for you.
Yes, sir. Enemy number 1 and 2. And then I was going to say, I wanted to get a call out for fucking some slap fighting too. I would like Jesse Nutting for my first at the slap event. That would be tight. Give me a little opportunity for some redemption. I know he's ranked a little high, so I could knock him out in 1 or 2 slaps easily, I bet you.
So Jesse Busta Nutting, you want an opportunity at him?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Is that foreshadowing of into the stuff in the show, or is that more so what he's been saying on social?
Repeat the question one more time.
I was just saying, in terms of Jesse, is that from something that happened during the filming, or is it something that's come out on social post?
He's just one of the higher ranked guys. I want to take out the top. I want to be the top. I want to be the best. You got to take out the best.
Do you want to swing against them left-handed too?
I don't know about that. Definitely right-handed though.
Yeah. So
if he wants to throw with his less dominant hand once, like for 1 round, I'll go once too.
Okay. There we go, man. Absolute pleasure having you. Where can people follow your journey?
Instagram, Facebook. My name, Amir Nuriddeen on Facebook. The Bearded Mullet on Instagram. Snapchat is my first last name, Amir Nuriddeen. Yeah, all the socials.
Awesome, man. One last question. How long have you been dedicated to the mullet?
Since sophomore year of high school.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
I'll grow it out and then I'll trim the ends up and then basically layer it, restart it kind of, but I haven't gotten rid of it since freshman year.
Awesome, man.
Sophomore year.
Absolute pleasure, man. Appreciate you, Amir, for joining me. I'm Corey.
Thank you so much, bro.
For Slap News.